I literally called John Cena's heel turn, and not only did I call his heel turn, I called what Cody was going to say and essentially what was going to happen. Now, the only thing I got wrong was that I said that it was going to culminate at WrestleMania. I didn't think they were going to do it all in one night, but I've seen everybody saying online, nobody would have guessed this. Nobody. I saw WrestleMania, I saw some other wrestling YouTube channels, people on Twitter saying, no, this is the most unimaginable thing ever. Nobody would have guessed it. Now, this video isn't just to gloat, but please bear with me because you need to understand the significance of this heel turn. But before we get there, I want to play the footage. So check this out. I imagine Cody's going to tell him to go fuck himself, and then Rock's going to get angry, and it's going to set in motion WrestleMania. Because Cody turning heel now and selling his soul to The Rock ahead of WrestleMania makes no sense. I don't know why he would do that.
I think it will make Cody into a more interesting figure in the WWE. Obviously, right now, he's basically babyface right now. Everyone looks at him as, yeah, he's the title. He's won the title. He's there. He's the champion. He's there. But I feel like if he changes into a heel, it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, I feel like this is just before WrestleMania, so I don't. And it all depends on who the winner is for the Elimination Chamber, because they have to challenge, right? So I don't know. It's
all right. So who are you picking to win? Who's your pick?
What, the Elimination Chamber? CM Punk. CM Punk.
Do you know what? I'm gonna change my pick. I'm gonna say it's John Cena, and I'm gonna say it's John Cena because I think John Cena is gonna do something crazy in his last year here. I think John Cena is gonna turn heel. I think John Cena is gonna become the Rock's champion. I think John Cena is going to win the Elimination Chamber. He's gonna go on to WrestleMania. Cody's going to reject The Rock, and The Rock's going to be like, okay, cool, we'll see in it. And do you remember when Stone Cold aligned with Vince McMahon at WrestleMania 17 and everyone was shocked? How could you do this? I think at the end of WrestleMania when Cody and Cena are fighting, Cena really wants his 17th world title. He thinks he deserves it. Yeah. Rock comes out. It looks like Cena and Cody are against him. Cena turns on Cody and smacks him over the head of the chair. Aligns with The Rock. Becomes his corporate champion because they're both in Hollywood, right? It would be the craziest swerve. Now, I know that my room's a state right now. I've just walked in from the gym. I know that some of my co-hosts are going to be making their own video later on. I am on a very tight schedule, so I wanted to quickly put this out there. It's not just to gloat. It is to talk about the significance of this heel turn. Looking at it, it makes sense because Cena's on his way out. They already have a babyface in Cody Rhodes that is a top merchandise seller and people genuinely love him. And Cody is genuinely a fantastic wrestler and a very, very good talker. Cody is essentially the new John Cena, and that's not to throw Cody under the bus. He is his own thing, but he's taken on that role now. You could say that Roman Reigns is the guy, but Roman Reigns is a very different character. The Tribal Chief character is very, very different. Cody Rhodes fits that Hulk Hogan, John Cena aesthetic. He's got the bleached blonde hair, even though Cena didn't have that, although I think he did at one point. He's in very good shape. He's all American. He's got all the colors. So Cody being that guy gives Cena room to do whatever he wants because he's gone. 10 months time? That's it. Cena's finished. Now was the perfect time to pull the trigger. And it made sense to me in the moment. Now, I know people are trying to make out yeah, we kind of saw it and nobody said it apart from me. I'm taking this one to the grave because I said this to so many people. I'm so glad I got it on camera. They were all like, are you insane? Why would John Cena turn heel? As a matter of fact, someone told me, Michael, shut your mouth. If you were a booker, you would tank the entire industry, and yet here we are. This seems like one of the greatest booking decisions pretty much ever. And for Triple H to come into the press conference and say, does it feel like the road to WrestleMania now? Yeah, and you know what? I feel somewhat vindicated because I was saying for a long time, Triple H is a very good booker. You guys just need to chill. He's managing a lot of personalities. He has to work around certain people's schedules, like The Rock. He's doing the best he can, and as far as I can see, the way they present the wrestlers, I want to tune into wrestling every week because even if the storylines are not fantastic, the wrestlers themselves and the character development has been strong. Now, obviously, the sentiment is going to change now. Oh, Triple H is the best, blah, blah, blah. Ain't trying to hear none of you. I'm on the Triple H bandwagon. I'm going to stay there. I did not jump off at any point, apart from when Charlotte won the Royal Rumble. I don't know what was up with that. Anyway, the significance of this heel turn cannot be understated because John Cena, don't start fucking barking now. John Cena has been a face for as long as we can remember, and we have wanted him to turn heel for as long as we could remember. And it always seemed like there was a perfect opportunity to pull the trigger, and they never did. And this one fell in their lap. The only logical conclusion here is for Cena to A, change his theme song now, because although your time is up, my time is now is great, it doesn't make any sense because his time is up now and he's going out. Change it to a heel theme song, that heel theme song he had from ages ago, even though I don't really like it, maybe record something new, but change it. Change his aesthetic. Drop the hustle, loyalty and respect thing. Embrace this powerhouse personality that he's going to take on with The Rock standing behind him. Now, John Cena selling his soul to The Rock. Selling the soul part doesn't make too... I guess it does, because The Rock is like he is the A-lister in Hollywood. Even though his movies have not done as well as you would want them to across the board. Obviously, there's been Moana 2 and all these other things he's done. But them aligning is essentially another like powerhouse, like a power trip, a power couple. Who can topple John Cena and The Rock? The only two people you can really think of that are in the company that are seen as the faces of the company are Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, and now there is a legitimate reason for those guys to be on the same side. And it also presents an interesting dynamic with Kevin Owens. We saw Kevin Owens defeat Sami Zayn. Now, if The Rock and John Cena have sold their souls and Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes haven't, where does Kevin Owens fit into that situation? Because as we know, all of these storylines kind of came about because of Roman Reigns and the bloodline. So how is Kevin Owens going to see this situation? This is going to send ripple effects across the company. Where does Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, where do they fit into this? Where do the Usos fit into this? This is not just isolated to Cody Rhodes. This is going to change the landscape. How is Drew McIntyre going to look at this? After everything that he said about John Cena and how we've seen Drew McIntyre is quite chummy with The Rock behind the scenes. How is he going to react to it? What is CM Punk going to do? Because CM Punk he gave Cody some advice and it seems like Cody took the advice, but how is he going to react to John Cena? Does it vindicate everything that CM Punk said many years ago? I think it does. And more importantly, what is Cena going to do now? How are we going to see Cena's personality change towards people? How is he going to address people coming to the ring? Like when the kids are holding out their hands, are they going to go from make a wish to break a wish? Like, how is this all going to pan out? It is an extremely interesting dynamic that they've created. I've got to say, I didn't think you could top my interest for WrestleMania for what they did last year, because last year was fantastic. I got to say, I think they just did it. I want to know what all of you guys think about this. There's so many things that we could talk about here. I could be here for ages talking about where this is going to go. I have my predictions. I'll put it out there since I got my Cody Rhodes John Cena one spot on. I'm going to say at WrestleMania, they're going to try to do the whole thing again when the locker room is going to rally against The Rock and John Cena, except this time, I think battle lines are going to be drawn. See, The Rock is basically the Illuminati figure, right? He is, you're going to sell your soul to me kind of guy. He has all the power. He's a board member on TKO. He's the biggest star in Hollywood. He's the most followed man in America. The Rock is going to break people mentally and get them on his side. Now, when people were running out last year to protect Cody, I don't think that's going to happen this time. I think people that we are invested with are going to turn. Hear me out. I think that there are a couple babyface characters that might align with The Rock. I think Jimmy Uso could be one of them, because Jey Uso is so over with the crowd. He's a man of the people. I don't think they'd put Jey Uso in that position because the yeet gimmick is just too big right now. It'd be stupid to throw that under the bus. I think Jimmy Uso will go on that side. I think Solo Sikoa will join with The Rock. I think Jacob Fatu will be more on Cody's side. Just the way they're presenting him, I think that he is going to stand against The Rock, because I think Jacob realizes how powerful he is and how he could change the dynamic of WWE himself later down the line. Does that mean he'll get on with Roman Reigns? No. I think there's going to be a split. I won't go into all of the names, but I think Cena's going to win the championship at Mania. And then I think that, I don't know if Punk will take it off Cena or if Cody will take it back. It seems like the logical conclusion would be Cody, and then do Cody versus CM Punk at next year's WrestleMania. And I know it sucks for CM Punk. It feels like every year is his year, and then something happens and he hasn't got that much more gas in the tank. You know, he is getting older. So we would hope that he gets his WrestleMania moment. I hope he doesn't get frustrated and leaves. It's hard for me to be like, No, they should have given it to Punk when this is the road they're going down, because this is so interesting. But I hope it works out for Punk in the end. I hope he gets his WrestleMania main event, whether he walks into Mania as the champion or he's walking out. Either way, let me know what your predictions are in the comment section below. It's a very, very fun and interesting time to be a wrestling fan, and I'm really looking forward to what they do next.